Managing political discussions in the workplace can be tricky. It's something a lot of people try to avoid, but sometimes we do need to have conversations that might veer into politics. For example, there are times when your customers or clients might want to know where your firm stands or where you stand on certain issues. Sometimes that's how people choose whether or not they want to continue working with someone, depending what the situation is. Or there might be times when political or legislative decisions are made that directly impact your business. And even though you might not want to talk about politics, those discussions can go into those directions, especially with topics like tariffs or taxes. Anything like that, you need to be ready to talk about how those changes are going to impact your business. Trying to pretend it's not going to come up isn't realistic. There are ways to manage these discussions, however, and maintain respect toward everyone. The goal is to keep your workplace professional and inclusive while allowing space for those necessary mission-aligned conversations when they matter the most. Ambient talk of politics, which means just what people overhear, can raise stress levels. A study from the University of Arkansas found that when people overheard political discussions, not even participated in them, just overheard them, they often felt pulled in, tense, and mentally drained. Here's when to step in and redirect the conversation. When a discussion becomes heated or distracts from work, when an employee expresses discomfort about the topic, or when political discussions start impacting team dynamics. You might need to step in when these discussions are taking place and say something like, I appreciate that we all have different perspectives. I think we need to refocus on the task at hand or our goal. In a Randstad US survey, approximately 35% of people surveyed said that they experienced political discussions going on in their workplace, especially among younger workers. And 20% said they noticed a dip in productivity when those conversations became heated. At times, people can feel pressured to share their political opinions at work when they have no desire to do so. When you know that a certain topic might lead into politics, for example, if you need to discuss how taxes or tariffs or certain legislation is going to affect your business, that could lead into a heated political discussion when really your objective is to figure out how you're going to manage it to remain profitable, how you might talk to your clients or customers about it, and an array of other things that don't have to be political. It might just be, we have to deal with what is, regardless of the cause. So keep directing the conversation back to the questions, issues, and goals at hand. If you know that a conversation you need to have might veer into politics, tell people ahead of time. You could say, what I'm about to talk about includes A, B, and C. I know that some of you might have strong opinions on that because it's tied to politics and legislation. However, I want to make sure we stay focused on finding solutions, communicating well with our teams and our clients, and so on. Framing conversations purposefully and directly can help avoid arguments and escalations.